So in a previous video, I did a walkthrough of ChatGPT. This is Claude. So you can go to Claude.ai, CLAUDE.ai. And basically this is a competitor of ChatGPT, right? It's produced by a company called Anthropic. And there are definitely some comparisons that you can draw between ChatGPT and Claude. And one of the questions I've gotten when doing presentations is, well, which one do you use, for which purposes? My answer has been that I found that Claude is a little bit more reined in terms of the outputs you get, where ChatGPT it can be really good with like creative and a lot of kind of exploration type stuff, more so like business related and definitely like from the creative aspect, social media posts, that type of stuff. You can do all that within Claude too, but what I've more so used it for is like more refined, kind of technical, focused type of things. I've even produced code. Like I don't personally know how to write code. I learned a little bit of JavaScript at one point, but like I'm not a coder or anything like that by nature. But I can use Claude to actually create and write code that I can basically copy and paste and embed onto a website. Most recently, what I did with Claude, I had it write code for me to generate a quiz actually for the Black AI Media website. It's like a interactive 5 question quiz to test your knowledge on AI and how comfortable you are. And the time of this video was recorded, I believe that quiz was still actually available, I think, at the top of the Green Digit Academy page or the home screen. But so with Claude, you can do the same stuff that I outlined with ChatGPT pretty much. Go in, generate different texts, engage in the same way with prompts, and have it create different outputs for you. I'll go through kind of a breakdown the same way I did with ChatGPT. So if you go over here where you have this taskbar on the side, and it logs your conversations or your previous interactions with it. So the history. So you can always go back to any of those, revamp things, pull more information. Or of course, you can always just start a new chat, which is what we have right here. Most recently, what I was doing was working on the embroidered hoodies for Black AI Media. So I had to actually go in here, simplify the logo, and change the dimensions and some other things for the logo to meet the requirements so that it could be actually stitched onto a hoodie because the original logo was just too complicated. I would have had to screen print it, but I just think that the stitching is of course it lasts longer and it's just a lot cleaner and better quality. So with that, I went through this process. Here's the original logo, and I was just working through the embroidery based on what I was given. And actually, some of this is what I'm talking about now is related to another resource in Green Digit Academy. If you've seen the series of videos on how to create your own merchandise, this is actually related to that. So drop shipping, creating your own merchandise, shirts, hats, dog beds, whatever it is. But it's like messing around with this image and it gave me some like really crazy text. We ended up getting it right and just regenerating it a bunch of different times. So we got the appropriate output and was able to take it and actually drop it onto the hoodies for Black Ad Media so that it could be embroidered and stitched. But again, if you go in here and you just kind of give it those prompts, similar to what you were asking, what we were talking about before with ChatGPT, I'll use one in this case. Before I used an email. Let's talk about social media production maybe or creating content. So let's start a new chat. And let's say for Black AI Media, I want to generate 10 social media posts, or we'll say LinkedIn promoting AI media. All right, so it's giving me my outputs. Now, the one recommendation for this for sure is really being sure to check the validity and the accuracy of any facts, any statistics, any metrics, data that it gives you. So like right here, the 2% of AI professionals identifying as Black, I would just want to cross-reference and check that. Here's how we can. We can go back in, ask it pretty explicitly, like, are all statistics and data completely accurate? Provide citations for those that are, and rewrite those that are not. And we'll see what it gives me. So I'm just going to go back and review. And now you can notice, right, so let's say, you know, the 2023 Stanford AI Index report. And then you can even go as far as to tell it again, go back, provide citations and links for all statistical information. So we want to make sure that we actually like get the sources and have it provided. So I'll rewrite them and then give me my citations here based on where it's pulling the information from. So you can always go back and check. That's just a way to really keep up with the validity because we don't want to put out any false information that just makes a good post, but might not be true. That's the concern. So be careful and be mindful of that. But again, this is Claude, which is a kind of rival of ChatGPT. Hope this helps. Keep coming back for more. Make sure that you share with other people. Let them know what's happening. blackaimedia.com. Keep up with the Road to 100, our narrative series of interviews with Black tech and AI professionals in the space, sharing their stories with us, their work, contributions. And other than that, stay tuned. Peace.